Boys, we actually escaped the fucking matrix.
Not once did I do a fucking burpee. Not once did I have a morning routine. I always woke up after 12 p.m. I always ate unhealthy fast food.
Bro, McDonald's,
I never made
pizza.
my bed once.
I dropped out of high school because if I had to sit behind a desk and work a corporate job the rest of my life, I'd shoot myself in the head. I mean that.
That guy, he's different. Hi, boss. What the fuck?
Vincent Fischer has gotten even more cringe, obnoxious, and delusional since the last time I talked about him a couple months ago. Alpha males keep getting goofier and goofier.
Whoever it is you want to be, just act like that person, whether people are watching or not. And eventually, it's going to become you. I acted like a millionaire long enough, and I became one. My girl gets a sugar daddy text. She knows she already has a sugar daddy.
What did he say?
Oh, I want Dior makeup. Get the Dior makeup. Your girl, on the other hand, is looking at those texts and thinking about it. Oh, should I do it? I love him, but...
And I honestly wasn't even going to make another video on Vincent. I kind of thought I said everything there was to say about him already. But then I saw this clip of him talking like a supervillain.
99% of people are failing at life. If you just understand that simple fact, that means that 99% of opinions are invalid, because those opinions lead to those people being failures at life.
And I realized Vincent bought into his own hype and all the lies that he's been telling. Like he drank his own Kool-Aid. He actually believes the shit that he says now. And the worst part is a lot of other people are starting to believe it too, which is terrible for a generation of young men, because Vincent says shit like this.
If you're a young adult, the stupidest thing you could do is put all your effort and energy into a high school sport.
And his plan from day one to fake it until he make it actually work. Because he is making money now by flexing this super rich, extravagant lifestyle to convince his followers that he's super successful and has a ton of money. And if they buy his programs and coaching, about selling programs and coaching to other people that are gonna buy programs and coaching, they can get rich just like him. Stop me when it starts to sound like a pyramid scheme.
It's a pyramid scheme.
It's not a pyramid scheme, it's a reverse funnel system.
Turn it upside down.
God damn it!
And it gets worse because the people that follow him are following his trajectory. They're faking all these crazy sales numbers and monthly income to be testimonials for him, to sell people on the idea that they're now successful at making money so they can follow the same path that Vincent did. Crazy times. But I'm Jew, welcome to the channel. Please like and share the video. Don't forget to sub. Now, let's get into it.
Dropped out of high school at 16. I was like, I don't want to take the traditional education route, not because I knew what online coaching was. I just knew if I sat behind a desk my whole life, I'd shoot myself in the head.
Dropping out of high school at 16 with no plan and no prospects is crazy. And again, there are going to be young guys that get frustrated with wherever they are in life, whether that's high school, college, trade school, early in their career, and just drop out to pursue something that is a dead end, which is a huge problem. And that is a life-altering decision and mistake that people will make by following advice from Vincent Fischer, just like the King of Zule F student store.
The F students are inventors. They're creators. They're so fucking creative that they couldn't sit in class. They couldn't listen, because whatever people were trying to put in their head, they knew it was fucking bullshit. So if you're a young boy and you're in a situation where you're an F student, let me tell you something. You got a bright future, buddy.
Right, there was no in between. If I had to sit behind a cubicle for 50 years, I'd myself.
Bro couldn't finish 4 years in high school as a teenager because he was stressing about getting an office job when he was an adult.
99% of people are failing at life. If you just understand that simple fact, that means that 99% of opinions are invalid, because those opinions lead to those people being failures at life. So if you want to become successful, do the exact opposite of what everybody else is telling you to do.
Yeah.
Everybody told me, like, go to school, finish high school, bro. I was like, high school.
Saying fuck high school is so crazy. High school is the easiest thing in the world. And you're quitting high school to do what? He admitted himself that he was completely broke for a long time.
Dude, I tried so many things to make money before I found one thing that actually worked. Like, I tried like reselling, dropshipping, day trading, everything you can think of. The only thing that I ever found any hint of success with was fitness programs. And it was low ticket at the time. Like, once I made my first few like $20 sales, I was like, okay.
Taking advice from a guy like this is so dangerous, because even if he did find success online selling courses,
Warren Buffett said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you're gonna work until you die.
And I will continue to say, if they are selling a course, coaching, or hosting seminars on how to make money, this is how they make their money.
that doesn't mean that anybody else will, especially not all the young people buying his course to learn how to make money selling courses.
Everybody was like, yo, Vince, get a good job. And I was like, F getting a job. They told me not to invest in self-development. I was like, F it. I'm investing in self-development and me doing all of the exact opposite things to what 99% of people that were failing were doing.
Bro legit just sounds like a 15-year-old fitness bro TikToker. 99% of people are failing at life. There are so many different ways to view success in life. Some people love the jobs and careers they have, and they're happy they went to college, and that's success to them. Some people are able to work and take care of their kids and family. That's success to them. Some people are happy and in a healthy relationship, and that's success to them. Some people's whole entire life mission is to help other people. That is their mission. That is their purpose, and that is success to them. But this goofball, again, only views success through the lens of how much money you have coming in on a monthly basis. And there are a lot of people that make a ton of money that are unhappy, depressed, lonely. So viewing success is all relative to somebody's life experience, goals, dreams, all of that.
Boys, there's different types of people in the world, right? What's the difference between me at 22 years old tanning my balls on a yacht and the guy that's working 9 to 5? It's conformity, right? It's acting like everybody else without thinking or knowing why. You ask the average person, why are you going to school? To get a degree. Why are you getting that degree? To get a good job. Why do you want the job? Because everybody else gets a job.
No, people want a job to make money and progress in life. And even if you don't go to college, which definitely doesn't have the potential that it used to, with AI taking a bunch of jobs and just industries changing, you can go get a trade or start your own business doing something. But people get jobs and follow plans for their life to get the best outcome for them. When he's talking all this shit about other people's decisions, he dropped out of high school at 16 and then faked it until he made it selling fitness programs to teach other people how to sell fitness programs. He is not a genius, independent thinker, pioneer, anything like that. He followed the Wes Watson playbook and it happened to work for him. That's it.
How do I make my money? I have programs. So one of my programs is $47 a month. Don't ask about that one. That's not the one you want. That's for broke boys and penny pinching motherfuckers. It'll give you some dive advice, some training advice. You can get on the Zoom call, and that has 15,000 people at $47 a month. So do the fucking math.
You know what I mean? Would you take advice from a fat person on how to get jacked? Probably not. The same way you shouldn't be taking financial advice from your broke friends, your parents. As much as you love them, if they don't have the results you want, they have incorrect information. It's not that they want to hold you back. It's that they don't know.
The funny thing with all these alpha males, just like Andrew Tate, there's a grain of truth in everything they say, and then there's just a bunch of bullshit around it. Yeah, you should take advice from people that have been there, done that, or are doing better than you in general. But you don't ignore everyone else in your life just because they're not millionaires. Everybody has something to offer you in one way or another. That's just such a closed-minded way to think.
In 4 years, I went from dead broke, not even having $1 for the bus, to an 8-figure business. Not once did I do a fucking burpee. Not once did I have a morning routine. I always woke up after 12 p.m. I always ate unhealthy fast food.
Bro, McDonald's,
I never made my
pizza.
bed once. And I became successful.
I feel sorry for anybody that takes this dude serious. If anybody young listens to him, they're going to be high school dropouts developing horrible habits that will make them absolute unproductive losers just like he was before he faked it until he made it online.
Successful. So a lot of the time, success isn't about, oh, what's your routine? What do you do? I get up and work. And there's nothing else outside of that. I'm always most efficient 12 p.m. I'll go to sleep at 4 a.m. I'll go to sleep when most people are waking up.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's what works for me.
He doesn't realize just because your routine is at a different time doesn't mean you don't have a routine. His routine is just at a different time than most people. You definitely don't have to have a 4 a.m. routine like Ashton Hall, but you do need a routine, discipline, and to write out your goals to be successful in life.
So I wrote down like all my goals and like I had written goals down, but it just wasn't very specific on what I wanted to do. Like it was like unachievable things you could do in a year. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about being a millionaire in the first year of me doing this shit. So I think, yeah, I just had to get real specific, and I like taped it on the door. So I had to look at it every day before I walk out that door. Anything I'm doing, like I wrote everything down specifically, and it just, you know, I knocked all those goals out that year too, though.
Vincent Fischer, the best man of the world. Yes, yes.
Bro, it's so cringe.
Bro, they say all these things to keep people indoctrinated. Like it's a mental prison. They make them fight against each other. It's blacks versus whites. You know what I mean? It's Democrats versus Republicans.
All these alpha males do this weird thing where they're not talking to anybody else on the other end of the microphone. They set it up like a podcast, but they are but they are 100% talking to themselves in a room. It's the funniest thing ever. And of course, the biggest method for all of these alpha males that are selling courses, coaches, programs is to flex their lifestyle.
So I was in the Ferrari dealership.
I bought this cash.
I'm gonna switch Richie's for when we hop in the whip because this one don't match the Bugatti.
Whether it's real or fake. At this point, Vincent Fischer is making money, but I highly doubt he's making the money that he claims to make. Just like before, he wasn't successful at all, lying about being successful.
Be, do, have. That's the formula for success. So if you want to become successful, like let's say your goal is to become a millionaire, you need to become the millionaire now, take the actions that millionaire would take now, and then eventually you'll get the results of that millionaire. But you can't be who you've always been, because if you do things you've always done, you'll get results you've always gotten. And that's not a good formula. So whoever it is you want to be, just act like that person, whether people are watching or not. And eventually, it's going to become you. That's what it was for me. I acted like a millionaire long enough, and I became one. So boys, I think we might have just sold the SVJ.
I don't think in the 2 videos I made about Vincent, I talked about this hair beard combo at all, but god damn, it's atrocious.
Just let yourself, baby, feeling oh so silky smooth.
Now, if this deal pulls through, I might be the only 22-year-old in the world that has a $3 million plus hypercar. Well, boys, the deal is officially complete, guys. We just purchased a $3.5 million hypercar at 22 years old. Now, guys, I know what you're probably thinking, you know, another Miami guru buying a hypercar.
Right, because none of these Miami gurus or influencers actually buy these cars. They lease them, they show them off, and then they trade them in for the next thing. So Vincent, who claims he's a multi-millionaire now, still lives in the 2,000, 3,000 square foot condo in Miami, hasn't bought a house, a mansion, nothing like that. But he's buying a $2 to $3 million hypercar.
Boys, we actually escaped the fucking matrix. I go to the bank. He's like, you keep $1 million in this account? We give you $1 million. Now I keep $1 million in there. I get another $1 million. I'll buy a real estate property for $4 million. We're falling.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
But of course, some people still have a brain and are not getting swept up in the hype.
Who the fuck is financing $3 million cars for all these influencers? Like, I get it. Before, they were financing SVJs and SF90s. Okay, I can understand someone could easily get a loan on that. But a $3 million hypercar, I don't understand. Who is financing these? We're talking about guys that live in like a 2,000 square foot apartment, and they're getting approved financing on a $3 million or $2 million car.
And to his point, this comment, what a coincidence that all these influencers buy their multi-million-dollar cars from Cario. But of course, his car has been his big flex lately because he's using it as proof of concept that if you buy his courses, you will get rich and have stuff like this. This flexing lifestyle to sell programs, courses is not new, but it does work. It's effective. And now he's pivoted to using the same sales tactics as Andrew Tate and Luke Belmar, basically saying you're running out of time, the opportunities are going away. You have to beat the system now, and he has the method.
Boys, I don't know if you guys are seeing the pattern, but financial inflation is absolutely fucking crazy. Like, we're in a little bit of a period now where you can still enter and kill it online, but like, I don't know how much longer that entry point in that gap is gonna be there. Cause I scroll 3 rows down, I see another 17-year-old flexing $150,000 a month. A motherfucker like me buying a $3.5 million hypercar. I think now is the last opportunity to get into the online game before it's just the barrier to entry is too high. But I don't know how you can see shit like this online and just decide to be normal. You're just like, yeah, 3 point. Yeah, but yeah, fuck that guy. He's different. Hi, boss. What the fuck?
He's so weird. He is so weird, man.
And when your back's against the wall like that, when you have nothing to lose, you have absolutely everything to gain.
And here comes the sale.
With that being said, your time is running out. You still have an entry point to the most booming industry in the world right now, which is the online coaching space. Guys, this space is creating more millionaires than any other field. Than real estate.
That's false. That's false.
Trading and drop shipping. And the reason most people teach these business models is because the money is made from coaching. Once I realized that, I'm like, what am I good at? What can I teach, right? I have no real skill sets outside the gym and working out. Then it clicked. What if I could just get paid to work out? Guys, that's the reality I've created, not only for myself, but thousands of my students inside of Six Figure Fitness.
Just like all of these guys, the Wes Watsons, everybody else, they make money selling the course by telling other people how to make money selling the course, who then sell that course to other people and tell other people how to sell a course. It's stupid. But just like Andrew Tate with the Real World or Wes Watson with his programs, the goal for all of this is for Vincent to sell programs, which he's been doing. Whether people are really having success with them or not, who knows? Because if anyone is following his path, they're just going to fake it until they make it, lie about the numbers, lie about their success, and hope they go viral or build a big enough following to actually start making money off of. And keep in mind, these inflated ass numbers that he's using for his clients are just to make him look better and to sell more people on his programs.
What are you at monthly with your online coaching business?
Bro, right now I'm at 10,000, man.
10,000 a month. Awesome, bro. Awesome. And then I saw you moved into the new spot. How's the new spot been treating you?
Bro, the spot is great, bro. I used to live in a trashless apartment, bro, and right now I'm living life. I have my brand new apartment, basically.
Followers in USD, bro.
Well, it depends how you do the math, right? If you do it just directly from the coaching, I would say upwards to $500,000.
You believe he made $500,000 off fitness coaching if you want. At the end of the day, Vincent did exactly what he set out to do, which was fake it until he made it. And now he has a bunch of other clones trying to do the exact same thing. But just like a pyramid scheme, the people at the top, as in Vincent, is gonna make a ton of money, and everybody else under him is just gonna go broke trying. But thanks for watching. Y'all let me know what you think about all this in the comments. Also, make sure you check out the next video, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram for behind the scenes and life stuff, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.